Okay, so here's basically every guitarist ever after they've been playing for a little bit. Let's start with like A minor. Alright, feeling good. C. Going well. G. I'm on a roll. F. The bar chord. It's caused many troubles for musicians since the beginning of time. I once had a guy tell me that his fingers were too small and likened them to sausages, and that's why he couldn't play bar chords. I saw his fingers, they weren't sausages. And you know what? That's just an excuse. Anybody can play bar chords. In fact, you don't even have to play bar chords as bar chords. Like the F is usually the first one that a lot of people have problems with because it's written like this on chord charts. You have to throw this, slap this one finger, hold the pressure down, get these in here. But what a lot of people don't realize is you don't need to play all 6 of these notes to play an F. In fact, an F, which is short for F major, an F major chord is only 3 notes. Another word for a 3-note chord is a triad. The triad that makes up an F major is an F, an A, and a C. So it's really only 3 notes. Like this right here is a perfectly acceptable way to play an F. It's just like a C, but move your ring finger and middle finger down 2 strings. So you're playing these right here, F, A, C. You don't even need to know the names of the individual notes. It's just the shape. Like A minor, you had no problem with, right? That's kind of like one of the easier first chords that you learn. Well, if you take an A minor and just move it down a fret and up a string, these 3, those are the same 3 notes that give you an F major. Now you're sacrificing a little bit of volume because you're only playing 3 strings instead of all 6, and you have to be a little more specific as to which strings you hit, but doing it this way will open up a lot more possibilities, like A minor, C, G, F. See, same shape, just move it diagonal 1. And this applies to every major chord that you could ever want. It doesn't have to just be an F, right? Play it like this, or like this. You could play an F sharp instead of playing a bar chord F sharp. Just move it down here, F sharp, or F sharp. If you want to even get a fuller tone, do this. Do the whole chord without the bar, just use your index finger here. So I'm playing the middle 4 strings, F sharp. You can even use these as substitutions for chords you're already pretty good at, like a G major chord. You can play it just like this. So if you're playing like A to F, just slide that whole shape down to make a G, and it gives you a different voicing, a different type of G major chord. So anytime you see a chord that you're not totally familiar with, don't fear it. You don't have to bar it. Eventually, you might want to learn it, and over time, your fingers will become stronger and your hand will get stronger and it'll be a lot easier. But especially on acoustic guitar, it's tough when you're first starting out. It's frustrating because you're good at other chords, and bar chords kind of feels like you're holding you back in some ways. Just substitute for that. You just have to find the root note. Again, F. This is the root note here. So just put that shape under it. You're not even playing the root note. There's still an F in here. F. F sharp. G. G sharp. A major. A sharp. B. C. C sharp. D. D sharp. E. Back to E major. So all just different ways that you can kind of substitute smaller chords that are a little more manageable at first instead of bar chords, and it'll help you to switch better. Another thing, it's hard to switch from here to here really quickly like that, like from right here to here. That's kind of a tough one, So why don't you just make it a little bit easier on yourself? Sometimes you'll accidentally hit an open string, like for this F right here. You might hit the low E string. Sometimes it sounds cool, you just get lucky with stuff like that. Once you know all the keys and stuff, you can do that more purposefully. But at first, take this F, make it this F, or this F, whatever's easier, and then just kind of throw it all around the neck. And there you go, bar chords, forget about it, easy.